So how are we all? Oh God, I realised I'm up close. So how are we all? I hope you've had a good week. I've had a no bad week this week. I was out for lunch and just basically doing what I'm living my life. I've got to the stage where I don't care anymore. I'm going to live my life, and that's it. So let's see who's in tonight, who's in the building, as they say. So let me see who's in. Who made an early start? Oh, there we go, sunny days. Morning from New Zealand. Good morning. It's evening here, as you know. And Liv's here. Good morning from New Zealand. And Deleen's here. Sitting with nose pressed to the window waiting for Karen. From New Zealand. It's Kiwi. That's what we should name the show, Kiwi Catch Up. And I think Gail's here, yep. And Kathleen's here. Good morning from Perth. Oh, there you go. So it's a Kiwi catch up with guests. Australians. So, and I think Minnie Marie, is that? Marie, hi, from New Zealand. So, we'll have a wee catch up and we'll kind of do some readings and I can ask some questions and we'll get started and see what we can come up with. Or we can just chat. Morning, New Zealand here too. Yeah, it's just after 11 here tonight. So here's Kirsty McAllister. That's a right Scottish name. Morning from New Zealand. We love reading. And Winston Peters. All right. Winston Peters and Sammy's here. Hello from Hawke's Bay, New Zealand. Good. So, and Louise is in too. So, what did you say there, Kirsty? Winston Peters, so whoever he is. I'll do a wee mini reading into him now, right, and we'll see. So, Winston Peters. Right, okay. Right, who else is in? EB. Morning from Auckland. So, good morning. So, I take it it's Saturday morning over there. I take it it's Saturday morning. So, sounds good. Also hearing stories about a big stage event. I'm hearing that as well. So, we could read in that tonight. Oh. Will there be? Things are starting to happen because that was the what how we say it, the jibber jab, the jibber jabbers that big week. So that doesn't seem to be going down well with people who were it just I think that might have wakened a few up. Oh, it's 10 a.m. Liv saying it's 10 a.m. there. Yes, Saturday morning. Perfect time for us, Kiwis. Good. So I've been hearing there was supposed to be a big event as well. So wonder what they're going to try and pull off. I mean, there was supposed to be a big event on, was it the 18th of April in New York? And funnily enough, there was one, I think it was the subway, remember, in New York. But that wasn't in the 18th, So who else is here? Oh, Kathleen. It's 6 a.m. here is that Western Australia? 6 a.m. That's dedication. Morning, Karen, another Kiwi here. We've all found you. I just wanted everybody to find each other as well, I think I've missed somebody, Joy. Catching my first live, also from Auckland, New Zealand as well. Good. Morning, Karen. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, love from New Zealand. Right, what are you saying, Kathleen? Have heard these several events planned around Australia and New Zealand and England. Do you know, did you hear? I did a live show, was it yesterday? Mother Live, right? Where I go through the news, right? And I had a rant, right? I mean, I'm usually those children male as this. And it was, I call it Billy Bitch, right? He was saying that another, pandemic, and we should all be like Australia. See, honest to God, I'm just done with them now. I'm absolutely done with them. I've got to the stage where I can't be bothered with them. Um, I feel as if I'm getting the feeling that the first domino has fallen in New Zealand. And Adairn, she's more and more in the news over here. I keep seeing her, like say, doing what ours were doing, like, in a press conference and putting on their masks, outing themselves. So I'm hoping that's, like I say, it'll be sooner rather than later, you know. So who else is here? And then we'll do a couple of readings. Who else is here? Yeah, several events. Right, Claire. Hi, Claire. Yeah, that 18th of April, New York City seems to have happened earlier than the 18th, and not as bad. Yeah, I think it was. I'm getting the feeling, like psychically, that it was. It was stopped. It was stopped. Morning from hi. Is that Warwick? Warwick. Morning from Hawkesbury, New Zealand. I like that username. Keep on shining. Good morning from. Is that Turanga, New Zealand? Do you mean the events Janine spoke of? Is that Tarot by Janine? I'm not sure because I don't watch Janine all the time. I haven't caught up with the because I watched her and the other young lassie. Ashley, I think it's Ashley her name is. I watched that one. I haven't caught up with it tonight right now. Oh, did she run? Oh, did she run? Loved it. Yes, I did. One stop gift shop watches my other show. Oh boy, did I rant. Yeah, that is one. Yeah, that's the one that could be linked to the dismantling. Do you know, I got that feeling as well because, see when you think of it, the UK, Canada, um, New Zealand, Australia, we're all pretty locked down, and um, we've just had the local elections here, and the Tories, for as much as I can gather, haven't done well at all. But to me, and the feeling I get is they're all installed. You get to pretend to go and vote. Um, I just feel as if there's been a shift. Like the energy's shifted, and there's going to be another lot of exposing being done, especially of that jibber jabber leak that came out for Pfizer. That's hitting the mainstream. I don't think it's hit the mainstream media, but it's hit as in the mainstream, as in people who were tuned to the moon. You know, she mentioned with aliens. All right. Hi Jane, morning from Sunny. Is that Tapo or Taupo? It might be Taupo. He was hearing about a zombie apocalypse. on the horizon related to the bogey thing and 5G being pushed at pulse. What next? I'm hoping it will just be another fear to face and nothing. I know that the towers are going up. Talking about the towers, did you see? I seen a report, because obviously that I can look at the mainstream media to see what the hell they're telling us. And I think it was Hong Kong. Like say the teenagers or the young in Hong Kong were turning the facial recognition towers down. So it was kind of kicking off in Hong Kong before the scary flu came and the jibber jabber. So I'm wondering if that's what's going to happen again, you know. Kathleen, yes, you did, starting to think it might sit over Parliament. Mm-hmm. Snooky 2 minutes. From. See, you're all meeting one another in here. Keep on shining, morning from fellow Taranga. Yes, can. See, I shouldn't laugh. Have noticed zombies on the job already. 2 minutes, Nooks. I know. We are all getting tired of this and waiting for the I'm just so over it. But what gets me is what I'm worried about is if they go. I mean, are we supposed to forget what they've done? I'm not going to let the cat in because she takes a wee mad dive and head butts the door if I don't. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, if you need a big girl in here. Right, you'll see the tail in a minute. Oh, so here comes the tail. No, you need to be quiet. Right, who else is in? You had your dinner? Right. There are constant helicopters flying overhead. I had one, was it yesterday? Flying overhead. It's nice, that's a good girl. Where I live in Herne Bay. Auckland. All hours of the morning, my goodness, happening since original lockdown. Any trip? Right, okay, we can read that. We read. Right, so that's that one too. Right, helicopters. Where was that? Herne Bay. Okay, right, I'll take one more and then we'll get started. So, Snooky, for goodness sake. How did Scotland go, Karen? I've not heard. Oh, geez, SNP, they get back in. And I think they increased the vote. I just can't. So, but the Tories were kicked out. Yeah, they're all let's wake up people. Hi, Matt. Hi from Melbourne, Australia. And Peter's here too. Hi from sunny. Is that Dundon, New Zealand? It's can't get over to the chubby. Right, so let's get started then. What? Wait a minute. Latest photos of the Queen and the Pope. They are now in mobility scooters. They are deteriorating no matter. Well, she's cancelled all the our summer things. I was getting her as here, and now I'm getting her as a wee. That's what I'm getting. She's a wee. So, yep. Right. You need to be a good girl. Right. So the first one was Winston Peters. So who's he? So that I know. Don't tell me too much about him though. Is he a politician? Right, so let me know if he's a politician or hang me. Right, so the big stage event. So the big staged event, right. Big staged event. Right, here we go. Just sitting on the table. Honest to God. Right. This is going to be a big staged event. Oh, let's see. It looks as if there's a celebration coming. I'm getting that it's going to be stopped. It's going to be stopped. Okay. Do you know there is a big event coming, but it's not what we think it is, because that to me is yes, there is one coming, and that's celebrating. So do you know I'm getting it? They're all going to fall. They're just trying to judge when to do it. So do you know what I'm getting? I'm getting it. This isn't what we think it is. This isn't what we think it is. We think we automatically, because we're programmed to think it's going to be bad and it's going to be good. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, they're working on it. They're working. Do you know what I'm getting? They're working on how. It's as if they've got enough people awake where it was like, so the jibber jabber drop that was leaked, but there's something else to come that will highlight what's been going on. That's what I'm getting. It will highlight what's been going on. I'm getting it. It's going to take us all the strength. Because some people they'll be looking for answers. They'll be looking for answers. And they'll be coming to people who they were kind of rejecting. That's what I'm getting. People that were getting rejected, they didn't believe. Do you know what else I'm getting? Is they'll be wanting all the information at once, and it'll be having to fight them back. Hey, hold on a minute, because there's only so many of us. They're going to be going to people who were and who knew what was going on. So that was that one, wasn't it? Well, that wasn't what that. The answer was different from even what I thought it would be. I don't get that as a staged event. I get that as everything's coming out. Everything's going to come out. All cards are getting laid. This is what I'm hearing, and I'm saying, right. All cards are getting laid on the table, and all the information is going to come at once. I wonder if I can get a time on that. I wonder if I can get a time with these ones to see when it will start. When will it start? It's coming. The end of a tough cycle as it approaches, right? I would say they started planning for this the end of December, beginning of January. So hopefully it's not giving me a definitive answer, but at least we know that it started, So, let me see, what was next? Sherry's here as well. Good morning from, is that what? I'm going to absolutely pronounce these wrong, Riley. It could be the start of London Bridge. Wonder if they will both die within 24 hours. And this is the start of the Royal and Church Fall. Could be. It could be. Because in one of my readings, we'll go to the next one in a wee minute. One of my readings, right, I had got that I don't see Charles being king. I've seen him being king for a wee while, and then he's away. And it's like, I think it was his uncle or something. That line where Mrs. Simpson and he went away with her. I think that's going to be the same scenario where he'll not give up Camilla. Um, so, especially when they're pushing William and Kate, you know. Claire's saying it's all over Auckland. So I've got that marked down, so we'll do a wee reading on that. Oh, there we go. We had about 4 in the last day or two, really low flying. And I guess we had some as well, but when you put up, I don't know what it is, it's some app that they use, and you see all the warplanes going up and down the UK. So they must be expecting something, but I think it might be, you know, the good coming, and that's them trying to counter it, you know. I think I've done a reading on that. I did it. Is that her husband? Is that Adair's husband? Because I've done a reading on him. So I'll be on the page somewhere. Loads of helicopters in North Auckland. Oh my God, we're on to him, just got to know. Unless do you know, it's the independence thing that she keeps dangling the goddamn carrot, and then she kicks it into the long grass. Oh wow. Is that Anisha? Hello from Northland, New Zealand. I've heard that they are going to release a second fee, something like Ebola. Can you do a reading? Right. We'll ask a specific question, right? New pandemic, new scary flu. This is what you watch what we're saying. New, what else can I add to that? Worse than before. Right, worse than before. Okay. Oh, geez, I'll do a wee mini one with him. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Yeah, well, just watch me being happy having nothing. All right, there we go. Right, so he's a politician. Right. He's a lawyer. Okay. Right, that's who he is. Hi, Linda. Right, so you want to ask a thing, right? So is he currently in legal trouble? In legal trouble, right? Okay, right, that's a bit enough to go on with the now. Right. So we'll do Winston Peters first, right? So Winston Peters, let's see. Right, let's just see what comes through for him. Oh wow, geez, all the cast turned itself, friends. Right, okay. Do you know what I'm getting? He holds all the secrets. I get that. I don't know if he's hiding out. There's something to do with. See, sometimes I wonder if I should give this out. Um, it's as if he's got a lot of papers. Because I don't want to put him in danger, but do you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing him hiding a lot of papers. Taking copies. Taking copies. I'm talking quietly as if he's going to hear me. Right, he's taking papers, right, and he's got copies. So that's what he's done. He's given them to the right people. He's giving them to the right people. And see the way he's looking at the sky? This is going to sound absolutely outrageous, right? But it's as if people in the sky, good people, the good people, for safekeeping, for safekeeping. He's part of the chess. He's part of the game. On the good side, I get, I see a wilderness. So that might be actually in the wilderness or away somewhere in his mind. You know, this is odd. It's odd. Right. I see something either him being rescued or he's um, rescuing the country. Rescuing the country. I feel as if he always put the country first. He put the country first. He loves his country. That's what I'm getting. Was he born? Was he born in New Zealand? Was he? Or did he go away from New Zealand and he come back? Because I get him going away and coming back. That's what I'm getting with him. Do you know what I'm getting as well? He was offered riches and all the other stuff that they're offered, and he said no. He said no. I'm getting he's either in hiding or no. It's definitely the documents. He's hidden them. I don't. I'm like, should I say any more? I don't want to get the man in danger. Definitely hiding. So that to me is, gold that the other side would like that he's hidden. So, wow. We're going to take another one. I want a wee overall to see. Do you know what I'm hearing as well? He's got integrity. He's got integrity. He was a wee bit complacent. He was getting, do you know what I'm saying as well? He was getting drawn in. He was getting drawn into that world. liked that lifestyle, and then he thought, no, it wasn't for him. So there you go. That's that one done. Let me just see. Medicine. Hope okay to put this here. Barbara and zombies discussion. 3 men on screen, true world news on Rumble. I'm trying to see if I could get anything with that. I get that they were trying, they were definitely trying to put another one in, but I mean another scary flu. But I'm getting that it's on hold. It's on hold. Do you know what I'm getting? The White Hats were one step. They were like one step ahead, and then somebody betrayed them. Because do you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing the white, and then I'm seeing the black, and then I'm seeing grey. So that to me, and the vision I'm getting is I think there was a couple of people that betrayed them. A couple. So that might have been what I was seeing. Vincent has filed legal papers against. Is that Rotura Council? I think he's got more than Kathleen. He must have more. He must have evidence somewhere. I'm getting people around him, heavenly people helping them, keeping them safe, keeping them safe. Rona flu is a new virus being talked about in Australia. Do you know that might line up with what that Billy Bitch was saying? That might line up with what he was saying. I'm going to put it down just in case, right? There. Right, what you say? Right, we've got 5 for now. An SEO. Blast, I missed the beginning, so we'll need the replay. I think I was just saying hello to everybody at the beginning. Right. Janine said good troops were on the grounds waiting to step in. See, I'm getting that there's going to be a shift. There's going to be a shift. So that could be it. eBay, nothing to replay yet. Hi, Carks. I was reading for Winston Peters, who was a politician and a whistleblower. So that's what we were doing. That's what I got, Claire. You always put the country first. It was trespass off Parliament grounds for attending the protest. Jeez, it was overturned when he pushed back good. Was that the one, or was there another one? No, somebody King, did he get done as well, didn't he? Yeah, I think so. We'll have a team. Yep, I think so. Yep. So Kirks is here. Hiya. Right. So the next one we'll do is right. We'll ask about because we're seeing them as well over here in Scotland. We had jets. I had jets flying over my house. So we'll do that. So helicopters, jets, things that don't normally out of the ordinary. We'll do it that way. We'll ask it that way. Things out of the ordinary, because that's what we're seeing. We're seeing things out of the ordinary. So what's out of the ordinary? What do we see? Do you know, I've not even turned a card and I'm getting, it's a defence. It's a defence. So who would they be defending against? What do we see? Aye, that would look, it's like a defence. But they're not quite, do you know, it's just a helicopter at a standstill, but it's like, they're at a standstill just now. They're waiting in orders. They're waiting in orders. Right, hold on, I need to cover these bits. Oh my god, I'm going to do this. Right. It's to catch these. It's to catch those who would do humanity ill. I still get them patrolling the skies. Patrolling the skies. The rest of it might come out. Right, it's to bring in the change. It's to bring in the change. That's what I'm hearing. It's to bring in the change. So, would that be the military? I'm asking my guide. Would that be the military? Yep, he's saying that would be the military that's doing that. It's certain countries. It's certain countries. I'm asking in my mind, is it something to do with that place over in the east that's, decided to get in and clear out its neighbour? No, it's nothing to do with that. Well, yep. They're fighting off something. They're deterring something. I don't like the sound of that. What the hell are they deterring then? Oh, right. It's like the final phase. The final phase. Do you know, I'm getting that these are very independent, right? Very independent, very strong, been trained. Do you know what I'm seeing as well? It's like robots. Not those that are flying about the sky, right? Whatever. This is the vision I'm getting, right? It's like robots, and that's all I'm getting. Something to do. They're defending the countries that they're kind of flying over about, right? It's something to do with robots. It's something to do with robots. I'm saying, are they helping humanity? And the answer is yes. They're there to help. Okay. I'm here, don't get too caught up in it. They've got it. They've got it. Well, right, so that was that one. So what? Don't think anything else come in. Maybe off. Yeah, well, maybe. That's what I got. It's part of the White Hats. I seen robots. I seen robots. So I would determine there's robots because that's what I remember. That's what they look like to me. There have been lots of small planes near where I work. I feel they are moving people to certain camps for tribunals and they have actors in place. I mean, I'm hearing that, but part of me, I mean, I can understand that. But as long as we get to see it, I don't want them to go there that same way. They've had their tribunal and they're away. That'll no satisfy me because I'll not know if they've just let them go or where the hell they are. That won't satisfy me at all. You know. Yeah, they are specially trained. I saw the same thing. They have trained off-world. Has been used to help save the children. Yep, yep. Do you know what I had seen, Kathleen? I don't know if I had it in one of my predictions, but it was as if the children were getting taken off, when they were getting rescued, they were getting taken off the planet to heal. That's what I was getting. Just prevails, I like that too. But winterless, far north, New Zealand checking in. Hello! Right, Claire, I'm going to ask that myself. Um, right, that's about, when's that going? 5. Tracy's saying, I don't think some ever will until it's too late for them. I'm of the same, but do you know what it is, Tracy? I think and it's hard to say, but I think that's a soul journey. The soul journey, you know. Can't say what they signed up for, but, you know. Right, so the next one is, I did. The new scary flu, worse than before. Right, we're going to talk in codes, as you know. Right, so the new one was, well, it can't be anything new because the first one was just the flu. To me, I mean, it was a bad one. It was a bad one. Right, so the new space. Oh, I'll make it through about the cell. Do you know what I'm getting? See, the way that is, it's like the good guys have got it, and they've destroyed it. So perhaps it was in the works. They're shining a light on it, because if you know that, like say, tell you about. I mean, they always do, right enough. They always tell you about it, but excuse me, it was a case of this was what they planned to do. This was what they planned to do. Like the dark clouds are clearing, and I get that as in New Zealand too. The dark clouds are beginning to clear. Um, yeah, it's like hang tight. I mean, that's all you can do. You can't do anything else, can you? See, I get somebody's come to help. I think I got that the last time. Somebody's definitely come to help. Do you know what I'm saying? Likes of a group of people, both male and female, group of people deciding what's the best way to expose this that's going to have the maximum effect, but not have everybody so flaming angry that they're going to go out and go off the head. You'll get it in dribs and, as we say in Scotland, dribs and drabs. A wee bit of information and a wee bit of information. And it's like connecting the dots. But everybody that knows what's going on, they'll be like, right, we've been here before, we've heard this before, but it's not for you. It's not for you. That's what I'm hearing. Yes, we've been round this, it's as if we've come right around in a circle, and yes, you're going to hear things that you've heard before. And you're going to think, oh, here we go again. But it's not for you. It's for those who are just coming out. Do you know, I'm literally seeing a bear coming out its cave, right? So that tells me that it's as if they've been hibernating. They're just coming out, and they need to kind of, they can't bombard them with all the information to get, because they'll get lost. They'll be overwhelmed, and they'll go way back in that cave. So what they're going to do is just wee dribs and drabs of information, which to me, I'll be going off my head, because I'll be like, I have heard this before, we've been down this road before, but it's not for us. It's not for us. And there's people who won't wake up. They just won't. But the ones that do, we need to give them a wee bit of leeway. I don't know who it is that's on here. I think it's the gift shop. Will know that I am at the end of my tether with those people, that I just know I will be very, very nice and try and help, but I am at the end of my tether, because if I thought, if they don't wake up now, they're never going to. So the next one. Right, I get 2 people coming to help. 2 people. Do you know what I'm getting? Right, there's 2 people coming to help. One's here early, and one's above. And they 2 are communicating with one another. I'm hearing communicating strategy, communicating the best way. They can't. I even asked why they haven't used the EBS, the emergency broadcast system. Can't wake everybody up at the one time. They can't. They can't take the chance, because yes, they need to be a jolt. I'm saying electricity now, to jolt them awake, to bring them back from the brink. Like, do you know what I'm saying? See, when this is terrible, but see when people are having a heart attack, right, and they're thinging them with the pads to bring them back. This is what they're doing, because they're away in their mind, away deep into the state that they're in, and that's what they're trying to do. And at the back of their mind, and they're saying, we've got to remember those who have been on this journey, because we've got to be looked after as well. Because when they are awake, and I think I got that in another part of the reading just a wee few minutes ago, it's a case of they're going to come to us. They're going to come to us. Because I thought, would that not be an idea at least? But no, because they can't, like say, you don't have riots in the street, you know, and people freaking out because they've taken these and they don't know what they've put in their body. I mean, I was on Twitter today, and they're starting to freak out just now because of the jibber jabber dump that came out, the leak. That was leaked on purpose, absolutely leaked on purpose. So they've got to, I'm seeing like wee bit at a time, and then they'll come to us, even like say their neighbour, and say, "What do you make of this?" And it's to get us ready and up to speed as well. Because I don't know about anybody else. I'm tired. I am tired. I am tired mentally. I'm tired physically. Try to get some kind of form of, I'm done with this, but I know we need to keep going because this is why we're here. This is why we're here, you know. There we go. EBS alerts around Canada the last few days reported. I've got family in Canada, and I've heard that as well. What is it that they're saying in the EBS system? What is it they're saying? Because that they're warning against. I'll take a wee couple more, and then we'll do another wee reading. I know. It's really sad when the kids are exactly. I know. And then they're blaming them. I mean, they're now saying, oh no, it's the employer's fault. I said that. I said that they were going to blame the employers. They were going to blame them. So we've done that. Right, so it's the scary flu. Was that what I was at, the scary flu? Somebody let me know, because I've been off on a tangent, and I think I was at the scary flu. I've been picking up a new strength and the energy arising from now in Lightworkers. I mean, I'm at the stage where, I don't do anything. I don't even look at anything on a Saturday, and then that kind of recharges my batteries. My batteries. I mean, to begin with, my battery, because it was getting too much for me. I was getting like my energy was getting drained, and it was just kind of trying to get the news out there and trying to get people to, like say, no listen, but try to get them to hang me, Amanda, hi, can't I to feel fatigued? I know it's a case of we just need to keep going. Just keep going. What works for me, Amanda, is a Saturdays. I don't look at my phone. I don't look at anything. I just go out and have a meal, or I just sit and read, or because I thought this is it was all consuming, you know. Right, so healing. Right, so I think I done the one that was worse than before, but I answered something else entirely. I'll ask it again, right, and see what happens. Maybe it was the wrong cards I used. Right, the worst one. Right, will there be... No, they're saying I did answer it. It was stopped. It was stopped. It was stopped. Okay, I'll just make sure. Stopped. Wow, I never thought it that way. I never thought it this way, right? It's not going to be as in pandemic, scary flu, kind of that. It's going to be poverty. It's going to be poverty because they're trying to keep, don't like say, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. But they're not going to win at that either. They're not going to win at that either. Like, who was it said it was starting in, they were going to try and start it in Australia? Do you know I'm getting is it Indigenous people? They've they get wise to them. That's what I'm getting. And it was Australia. They come up there. They get wise to them. They must have done like some sort of. I don't want to speak because I'm not in. I don't know anything about that. It's the kind of thing, the prayers or whatever. They did something to want it away, to ward it off, That's what I'm getting. To ward it off. Because they got it bad. And it was nothing, it wasn't that. They didn't get the scary flu. It was the aftermath. It was the treated horribly that they've always been, but even worse. Even worse. You know? Right, okay. Right. We're causing our own stress. We're stressed out with that. And we're causing it ourselves. Don't stress out too much, I'm hearing. Don't stress out too much. It's not, it's what they say, it's not what they do, because they can say these things and people will get frightened because that's the way they've been trained to be frightened. But if you can untrain yourself and think, right, okay, so we'll see what happens. As we said in Scotland, we're always having a fight, bring it on. That's the kind of thing I'm getting, as in the fear factor would be worse than that. It's a fear factor. It's literally the fear, putting the fear of God in people when they've no. I can't say they've no intentions, but I don't see it. I don't see it. You know. So that was that one, right enough. Right. The next one you'll know, right? You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. I hope he thinks so. I hope he thinks so. That's all it comes on the television and I've got to force myself to watch it because I really need to know what these people are planning next. So we'll do a reading on him. One more. Okay, so oops. They're on to him. They're on it. There's something, is that not who we say? Is that, are they getting them to do this? Are they getting them to say all these, see I'm sorry, I'm talking, are they getting them to say all these things? To wake people up. Do you know, I've seen it's like a messenger, a good messenger. Um, he was lulled into a false sense of security. He thought he was it. He thought he was home and dry. That's what I'm getting with this card, because it's a stagger in at the back, if you can see it yet. He trusted somebody he shouldn't have. Right, the dark clouds are gathering around him. Yep, definitely. Is he part of a big family? One of the super duper elitist families. Is he part? I mean, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. He thought he was protected and hung him out to dry. Yep, definitely. The white hats have got him. That's what I'm getting. The white hats have got him. Definitely. Do you know, this is the President of the United States of America, who isn't the President of the United States of America. Make of that what you will. So, alright, so whoever should have been the United States of America, it was, I'm listening. Wow. His greed was his fall down, his fall down, his greed. Downfall, fall down was his downfall. Right, okay, I do get that. The walls that were protecting him, right? See the walls there? Right, they're beginning to crack. See, this is how I get my images right. The walls are beginning to crack. That was people around him that were protecting him, that he thought that nobody could touch him. They all began to crack and he was left exposed. That's what I'm getting. Oh wow, do you know what? She always turns up. She turns up like a bad penny, right? She was betrayed by, he was betrayed by this, who, they were closing in on her and she gave him up. She gave him up. So I'm getting that he was part of a big family. Yep. I'll read the comments in a minute. Right. I'm getting that he was like a part of how do I say this on YouTube without getting banned? Like one of those families beginning with an E, right? But how am I going to say this without sounding daft? It was as if, oh, so was he illegitimate? I'm talking to my guide. So was he illegitimate? Was he? See, I'm getting the family, and I'm getting everybody in the family, and he's at the side of the family, but he still gets looked after. And he did. That's, well, so that was, I'll do more in depth, right? Because that was just a wee, Jesus, Snooky, you find a life with me. Oh, Jesus, just like kissing the creep there. Don't do that when I'm doing psychic work, darling. Right, so that's what I got, that they gave him up. So whoever this lady was gave him up to save herself. To save herself. So there we go. Oh, gee, this cat. So that's that one. Right, so the next one's Clark Gayford. Right, is it legal trouble you want to know? Right, so I'll read some of the comments and then we'll do that one. Look, darling. You read to sit down? Right, so I'm glad to see Snooky. Yep, she's coming out to say hello. Where? I think this is where I was. Right, I think this is where I was. Right, can I love your energy? And I feel like I know you. Do you know, I feel like, I mean, I don't know much about past lives, Amanda, but I feel as if I lived in New Zealand in a past life. Because as I said, I think it was last week, I was watching a program, like one of the travel programs that was about New Zealand, and it was going to some place, some historic place in New Zealand, and I said, "Oh, aye, it's just something around the corner." I've never been there, so I wouldn't know, but I've always been drawn. And then, as I said, I got the kind of call because it was, oh my goodness, it was almost dark, and it was like bring light now, now, right now. So that's what I did. You know, I am getting the exact same. I drop off to sleep at random times and seem to be needing more sleep these days, and other nights can't sleep. I don't know. I do the same where I can go to bed early, right? I could sleep all night, give or take, about 5:30 when Snooky decides she's getting up and she wants me to go up as well. And I can do that and give her the wee crispy biscuits to get her to go back to sleep, right? And then I go back to sleep. But it's as if I wake up and it's as if I've done a 14-hour shift. And I thought, am I away in the Earth's plate? Am I in space somewhere working? And I don't know, because I thought, you know that saying where I wake up tired? Well, I wake up tired. I just think it's taken us all our energy collective to get this exposed. I think that's what it is as well. We're drawing in all our energy together just to expose them. And they are. I mean, I had said, well, between November last year, when I did that reading, I think it was from June to December last year, and it was definitely something about November they were trying to get, and once they got that, things would start opening up, you would see things shifting. And I was fascinated because it wasn't like, say, the white hats, like, say, the military, the good military. This was off, off world kind of thing, off, no here, up there. And whatever it was they were trying to get, and then had got the message, right, we've got it. And I thought, what? And it was as if they were trying to, do you know, I seen it was a laser, and they were trying to, and it was like reinforced steel, and they were trying to get through, and they had a couple of near misses, and then they got through. And it was a case of, my goodness. I mean, everybody that's, like, on the good side is working really, really hard, and it's hard going. It really is. It's hard going. But you know what they say is, like, say, they saved the most, the toughest people for now, the toughest. That's what I was saying. The Indigenous people are making a huge stand. Yep, because they're the ones that have got the knowledge of the earth. The earth is helping them. I mean, I don't know, and I don't want to speak out of turn, right? But it's as if they know the ways of the earth, and that's what I'm getting. It's the same in Australia as well. It's the same in New Zealand. It's the same in Canada, right? They know the ways of the earth. They know, and it's as if to honour the earth as well, and it's that kind of thing. And it's ancient knowledge. Ancient knowledge. I'm hearing. Yep, the people are gathering again. I think they will. More and more people. But I mean, this isn't psychic. Like, this is me talking, right? This is what I say in my other show, right? My kind of news show, when I kind of go through the news, because that was my background, like the media. And I said, we need to get into groups. I mean, okay, it's great marching, and people, we need to march because people need to see us to say, right, okay, I'm not the only one. But now we need to kind of get into groups to say, right, how do we counter this? How do we, expose this? Because, like say, those who keep saying, no, 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 oh no, this is my impression of people who follow the narrative, and I'm sorry for doing it, but I can't help it. This is the voice I hear. Oh no, I'm just going to keep wearing my mask because I just want to keep wearing my mask because there's a big scary flu out there. They've no idea. They've not even any scientific evidence of it, but they just believe the narrative. And then when you say to them, "How come the narrative's changed? How come?" Or when our Tartan Tyrants was given an update, I would be in the comments. Now, it was easier for us because we weren't as locked down as New Zealand, as yourselves in New Zealand and Australia, and I think it's Ontario, right? To get into comments and kind of as if you're addressing, Nicola Sturgeon, but not. And it's so that people in the comments, because I was the media, so I knew what to do, would ask when they said, "Oh, there's so many people in hospital." Okay, well, how many hospitals is there in Scotland? How many in those hospitals? How many are wards? And of those wards, how many beds are in there? And it wasn't for her. It was for people to actually think, because that's what we need them to do. We need them to get out the flaming matrix and start thinking for themselves, because it's ridiculous. That we've came this far and they're still. But then at the back of my mind, I'm saying, I was there once. I was, like psychically, I was screaming, tell me something's not right, something's not right. And me being me, who thought I know best, was ignoring it. I was ignoring it because I thought, no, I'm seeing this all wrong. But then no. And then when family members that I looked after passed away, I was like, right, okay, Heavenly Father, you've cleared the way, you want me to do something. And obviously, I've always been a psychic, and I was like reading for my wee clients and everything. But I thought, oh, this is what you want me to do to tackle this. And then I realised what my media training came in for, because it's probably politics and media degree I've got. I said that I knew that. Now I know why that was. So that I could read the media and get it out to people who, because there's two realms. There's obviously people who are light workers and know what's going on, so that there's like branches, so that everybody's out there telling people. And then there's the people who I can get to see them, to tell them how the narrative gets changed. Every single time the narrative gets changed to suit, they change it around to suit the narrative. And it's to get them to think that way. Because obviously not everybody believes in psychics. So I've got my psychic realm and I've got, like in my everyday, like, media, as in what have they said now, you know. Yep, strong help from above. Yep, fear lowers the vibration and creates the energy they love. Yes, that's definitely it. They feed off it. You know, I remember, I don't know if, you know, hang with gift shops still, our Kirks is still here, but David Cameron, the way back, he was the Prime Minister in 2014, right? And he said something that was quite profound. And I thought it was a bit kind of daft at the time, but now I don't think it was daft at all. And he was wanting to give a survey out to see how happy people were. How happy people were. Now, I'm thinking, that's bizarre. But now it's not. Because they don't want people to be happy. They want them as that big, I'm sorry, but I just call him a big fat person. As he said, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Well, will we? No. So, the next one we were going to do was Clark, to see about his legal trouble. Legal trouble. Let's see, get legal trouble. So wait till we see. Legal trouble for Clark. Not what I want to do. Right, has he got legal trouble? He's walked away. I'm wondering if he's walked away from her. Walked away from all the riches and all that she could give him. I'm getting it. If it's the same person, I'm thinking, is that the one that's married to Adele? Because that's, if it's not, then it's somebody else that's come through who is married to her, walking away, leaving the riches behind, leaving them behind. Do you know what we keep hearing as well? Leaving behind the happy family life, leaving that behind. Still no legal trouble yet, though. Right, something came to light in March with him. Yep, it has. Of course, I better hide these bits again. Right, whatever it is, he's going to get judged. So I would say yes, it has. There is legal trouble around. Not only him, but people surrounding him as well. People surrounding him. Do you know, I'm getting, he's going to try and get away. I don't know if did he try and get away. I mean, I know somebody. If it's the same person, I'm thinking somebody said that he went missing. He went missing. Oh, I mean, this is New Zealand, right? So, but I'm getting like he's done some sort of deal, and he's spilling the beans. He's spilling the beans. Yeah. Whatever it was, it's been tough. He's been through a tough time. All of his own doing, by the way, all of his own doing. Tough time, all of his own doing. he's juggling two things: the life he thought he wanted, and the life he's got. Both of which he doesn't want. Both of which he doesn't want. So yeah, I would say yeah, there's legal trouble there. So that's that one done. Right, so then and then we'll finish with the damage to the jabs. I think will there be shots to heal? What you saying? What's that? Hi Jeanette. Or is it Janet? Janet McDonald. Another Scottish name. Every day I imagine a huge light shining on the earth, and all the people, a light of love. And a meditation. That's what I got to do. It helps me. Yep, you've got to do what you can to get through it because it'll drive you mad if you don't. It'll drive you mad, you know. And there's another. I love that, Janet. My motto is I'm bringing heaven to it. Yeah, yeah. Bringing light because it needs light. False energy appearing real versus love. Yeah. We always remember good always conquers evil. You might not think it, but it does, you know. It might take a wee while. Yeah. Yeah, I feel this is what all the light workers are doing. I think so as well. And I mean, any other light workers I've spoke to are all, we're all at the stage where, I mean, when you think of it, we've been at this even before 2020. So we've been at it because we've been learning ourselves. And you know, like saying it's taken its toll, you know, and uh, you know we're going to get ready for the next, and it's the I don't want to say the great awakening, the people to wake up to it, you know. Mr. C will step out of the shadows. Well, he's always been behind. I mean, when have you ever seen the White House empty? Something's not right. You know, something isn't right. So, and then it was the same with Buckingham Palace. Same. Amanda. Karen, you're like Janine, only more grounded, huh? I remember watching Janine, she'd done a reading on Scotland, and she was so accurate as well. You know, like say, I had said, I had left a wee message on her page just to say, yep. Obviously didn't say she was a tartan tyrant on her page because we'd let her get into trouble, but oh gee, this woman. Must have seen the way it is. Seems like a dance act. Yeah. Amanda, I've got the same. The royal family looking shaky. Yeah, definitely. I've not done one in the royal family for a wee while, so I'm going to probably do a wee reading in the royal family, you know. I had said that they're going to start pushing Charlotte out, and that's what they have done, because she's got some personality. I'm glad to see she just comes floating in and out. It's a tail, you see. It's a tail. Def wanting a reading off you can. Oh, that's great. I've got spaces by the way because I took time off because I really needed to kind of just, I lost 4 people, right, to these bloody things. So I had to just take time off to recover. But my website's thethirdeye.org, and everything's on there. Like so that you need, just when you're ready, just when you're ready. Liv saying, I felt that way when I went to Scotland. It's, you know, my gran and both sides, like so my grandparents on both sides, well, it was my great grandparents, were from Ireland, and I felt a wee tinge that I left in Ireland when I went back to visit, and I thought, wow, I mean, you always know where you're supposed to be, and wait, do you know what it is? You've always know where you walked, and that's what I got. You always know. I mean, in this life, you'll know where you walked in your past life. Um, but I don't know that much about past lives, so that like so I would like to get one done, but I don't know that much about them. Um, Delane, we have to remember some of the stories going round want to cause us fear. That's what I got. Make us worry, cause the feed off that. Remember that don't feed the trolls works for this. Yeah, definitely. That's what I got as well. Um, that's why I refuse. I refuse to be like say my energy to get sapped down. I just refuse. Like if people come and say, "What do this is my friends." "Oh, what do you think of this?" And I thought, nope, 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 nope. I am living my life. I am having fun, and I'm saying no. But the biggest thing is, I don't fear death, so it doesn't bother me. So I do live my life. Where, like say, the elderly were terrified, and it really, really, and I thought the feet of anger as well, so I better calm down. But it angered me that people that I cared for were so flaming frightened, and they went all through there hiding, not living their life, in their house. And I thought, you spent 2 years in your house, you took these blinking things, and now you're away. I'm not angry at the person, I'm not angry at my friends, I'm angry at the government for doing it. And I says, you will get what's coming to you. You really will. Yep, Kathleen. Yes, Karen, we are working to save the world. Yep, one bit at a time. One bit at a time. That's what we're doing. I mean, I often joke, I don't mean it, but I often joke, this is how I get through my day, but I often joke, if I had known how hard and how tiring this was going to be, I wouldn't have signed up for it. I'd have been like, no, it'll be somebody else's job because it'll not be mine. But then you think, I'm here for a reason, and I know I'm here for a reason now. What you saying, Dylan? We have to stay positive. They hate that. Don't worry about the distractions. Molly Anna positive. And trust we will be safe and looked after. Send out love keeps the uglies at bay. Yep. Oh, they don't like. See if you, especially if you laugh. They don't like laughter. They don't like laughter. So I laugh. I mean, I do laugh. I laugh at the most impromptu. I mean, if somebody falls, I'll say if they're all right, and then I'll start laughing if it's funny. You know. Oh yeah, I know. I've had that. I've had that. Yeah, yeah. And people think we are unemployed bludgers. I've had that. They say, well, like so when I'm out and I'm talking to people, well, I won't get a job, and I'll say, Okay, whose job would you like me to get? Yours? Do you want me to get your job? You're going to give me your job? What job do you do anyway? What job do you do? Because I really would like your job. And then they scurry away along the street because they must think, oh no, that woman's average. And else another thing, another one that really bugs me is my taxpayers' money, my taxpayers' dollars, and I say, listen, I can understand you being aggrieved about, your tax money going to, like say the needy, you know. But I'm sorry, but see the tax that you pay, it wouldn't pay for a packet of crisps. So, you know, we all know that it's fed to them. It always is fed to them. And then I'll give them the biscuit analogy, okay? And I'll say to them, okay, the government's got a packet of biscuits. They keep the packet of biscuits and they give you two. And then they give the two that you've got, they give one to your neighbour who who's down in their luck, they've lost their job through no fault of their own. Oh, don't get me wrong, there is some people here who know how to play the system and lost their job, lost everything, and they give your biscuit to them. They don't take another one from the packet. No, 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 oh no. Because they want to give that to all their big friends and big business. That's where they want that to go. And then you see it kind of a spark in the brain, and then they go, well, it's my biscuits. And I thought, I'm just going to walk away because you can't, there's no pleasing these people. Is that is that Jama 14? Here's a meeting with the World Health Organisation, 22nd of May. This will take, yes, I've seen that. I'm going to have a reading. I think I've got it down actually. I want to do a reading in that. I'll write away what will be the outcome. I've got that marked down because I want to do an in-depth reading in that, okay, because that is just, honest to God, see these people. Here's Sue here. Hi Sue. Hi from is that Canterbury, New Zealand? And Gail. Thank you, Karen. It was very dark here in New Zealand, but the light is coming. Have to do same and take a break. Now you do, because see if you don't, you know, you'll go round and round and round in circles, and then you'll get stressed out, and then you'll wonder, my God, are we getting out of this? And then you'll be back to, like say, full, like say, it's just like a vicious circle that you go around. And I'm thinking, well, what's to come will come. And then, the television, we've got that person that's fighting with his neighbour, right? And we've got all that. And then we've got something else coming. And then there's something, and I thought, anything I can't do anything about, right? Like him that's invaded his neighbour. I can't do anything about it. I'm not there. I'm not going to worry about it until I have to. There's no point in worrying about it just now because you can't do anything about it. So what you cannot do anything about, I'm only talking about myself. I say, right, okay, can't do anything about it, not going to worry about it until I have to. And then I'll worry about it. But if I'm not going to spend my time just worrying, I'm going to go out and live my life, you know. Kathleen. Ancient knowledge, there are paintings in caves of spaceships, their knowledge of old ways of healing and communication. I had heard that before. I'd kind of visualised it as well before. You know, they've been down here way back, way back. And it was as if, right, we'll leave messages. We'll leave messages. Can you do a reading on major EQ in New Zealand. I have dreams that always come true, and also a reader for 30 years. I, I'm not sure what major is that earthquake? Earthquake, I don't know. I'll do an in-depth reading into that then. Earthquake. New Zealand. Right, I'll do a more in-depth one into that. Come to also a reader. Um, why don't you come on? There you go. Anybody wants to go on this show, you're welcome to come on. I'll send you a link and we can just have a gab. Everybody's got their own way of doing the tarot. I mean, I'm not a traditional tarot reader. I visualise. I use it as a tool to visualise and get visions from them, you know. But one thing, if you know, some people when I like to do other ones on TikTok, they come out and they're wanting to know, but I always say 18 and over. Okay, I mean I know some people like to like no children, but can I maybe 16? But I like it to be 18 because you've got to be watching and you've got to do your you know your protections and everything. And I always think maybe 16's a wee bit young, but everybody's got their own way of doing it. You know, their own way. I use my intuition, and I can, you know, like say, clear sentient more, and I can visualise as well. But I've always used my intuition, even when I was young. See if somebody doesn't make a good impression on me, I'll not get near them. I'll always mistrust them. You know, they could be the nicest people and they could have been having an off day. I'll not trust them because, you know, like I say, the vibe that they put out, you know. So it's a case of everybody's got their own way of doing things, and everybody who's here just now brings, you know, like something to the table, something, you know, like say that the earth needs, that humanity needs, you know. It's like, you know, when we came down to it, we had our own kind of methods, our own way. But if you're going to, I know that you said you've been doing it for 30 years, but it's just people who maybe be starting, you know, like other light workers, and have not started this. But yeah, you know, like say the psychic world, just, you know, make sure that you do your protections because, you know, they're sneaky. You can be sneaky, you know. I mean, I trust my guide. My guide's Thomas. And I mean, I don't know if anybody's seen that one where I did with Chris Cornell. He came in as I was doing the crystal ball. And I was like, no. I don't know who he is. So, and it was nice, don't get me wrong, but I've got to protect myself. I know Thomas would protect me, but it's just like, I thought, no, until I know who it is, you know. Um, but I feel as if a lot more are going to come and kind of be like, there's a lot of wee ones getting ready to come down, you know. You know, the wee ones are coming in, and it's like, do you know what I'm saying with the wee ones too? It's not that they will, but they're coming in, and it's like wee jewels in their face. They're not got jewels in their faces, but that's what it looks like, wee jewels in their faces, and they're sparkling. And I thought, is that the wee star seeds coming in now? You know, and it was as if they'd put a stop to the wee ones coming in just now, you know, until we got the you know, the earth to the vibration that it should be for the wee one, I'm talking about wee star seeds to come in, and they pick their parents, you know, and then you can see them because some of the wee ones that are getting born are kind of holding their wee heads up themselves. And I thought, well, I think that's a wee star seed, you know, because they're coming in with what they've to do, you know. Good grief, Linda. In New Zealand, government stealing money out of our Kiwi saver accounts. That's probably because they're bloody bankrupt. See, this is the kind of thing that should be shouted from the rooftops. the rooftops. And, like say, I could put that in my other, I can't put it in this show, but I could put it in my other show and get that out there for you. This is what's going on in New Zealand. That made me laugh. Mask mandates have been removed in WA and declined. Do you know, we had the same. We had the same. They're not so much now. I thought once people, like a lot of people are now wearing them. I had visions of them taking them off, and they did. They did take them off. I thought, is it a comfort? I was saying this in my show last night that I don't like masks. I don't. I physically, I just don't like them. They trigger me. They trigger me. They always have. I had said in my show that I think it might have been when I was very young. I was about 4 and I had to have an eye operation. And I think that's where it stemmed from, you know. But I don't like people in masks at all. It's when they've got the masks on and they've got the goggles on. And I used to laugh, it's no funny. And then they've got the shield over their face. And I thought, the scary flu's not going to get you, but by God, do you realise when this is over, you're going to have to look at pictures of yourself and realise how ridiculous you look. I mean, I've got a lot of sense of humour. I find things incredibly funny. And this woman going, on the bus, and she had her mask on. I think she had 2 masks on. She had goggle things on. And then she had like a kind of clear kind of visor thing. And then she had latex gloves. And I thought, I feel sorry for you. For a bit of a minute, I felt so, and I thought, this is just, how could they get to the stage where they're so frightened? And then I think, oh God, no wonder it's the media. The media does it. What you're saying? We thought we were the only ones thinking in the way we do until we came across yourself, Karen. Yep, that happened. I think it was in a couple of months ago, maybe last year somewhere, where I was doing a show and people came in and they says we thought we were the only ones, and I said no, this is worldwide. This is worldwide, and it just showed you how they had captured the narrative and they were keeping it like in New Zealand, in Australia, not to watch the mainstream media. You were to keep in this bubble and you were to do what you were told. See, this is when I think being a rebel pays off. Because then you're not in the system. I always thought there was something wrong with the world. I mean, my mother was psychic and she taught me everything. Everything. And she says, you can't teach it. You can maybe teach how to get intuition and how the way to do that and kind of get the word out there. She says, but you've got to do it yourself. Because it's your gift, it's your kind of psychic power, and I thought that's quite true. You know, and she's still my guide. She's passed away now, and she comes floating in and out, to tell me things, so I've still got her as a guide in life, and when she's away now. Such great readings, Karen. They really resonate. It's true. Thank you for doing this. By the way, your channeling of Chris Cornell was outstanding. Thanks very much. It was just like, see when they come in, it's just a conversation. I mean, it was literally just sitting in the chair, having a conversation. He was worried about the children. That's why he came in. And the way I got the young man that was with him, was I got a picture, it was as if I was in Chester Zoo, and I says, why am I saying Chester Zoo? And he says, oh, this is Chester. And I thought, all right. But he was a bit more reserved, he was a bit shyer, you know. Because I had said at one point, I think, the reason, I think you've got a lot to say. He was just hiding behind Chris, you know. But off camera, he told me an awful lot, but out of respect to the family, because I know he's got children, I wouldn't say, but by goodness, you know. And all he kept saying in that reading was, I didn't do this. I didn't do this to myself. I didn't do this. And I thought, oh, I know you didn't, you know. Hi, Joy. Such great readings, Karen. They really resonate. It's true. All right, that's the one I've just done. It started soft out here. Loved us. My beautiful daughter is in Scotland. It started off bad out there. Now we are in the crap out in New Zealand. I have found eBay that I'm watching, so that I know I'm doing these lives right. So I'm watching everything that you know, the other tyrant does, and she is getting more and more. You know, it's as if they're outing her, as in, you know, the clip I saw. I don't know if you have saw it. The clip I saw of her was she was given like a press conference or something, and it was the same as what we got here, as in, you know, like say, cameras off, no masks, like right camera, because I do filming and all, right camera action, masks on. I says, you know, the scariest things and scariest things began, and you are like that. No, you know, so this is, I think this is them trying to expose her now. You know, getting, you know, and I thought, I wonder how much of this New Zealand, she's back, as you can see, a New Zealander seeing, as people from New Zealand seeing, because I'm keeping a wee note of it so that when I do the lives, I can let you know. Because that was her got exposed for the, oh, what was it? It wasn't the jumper. I'll need to look up again because she got exposed for something last week, and it was like, you know, what's he taking the mask off? Like, okay, right camera, action, and the mask on. And then after the press conference, the masks are away off. And I thought, you know, this is just ridiculous. You know, how ridiculous and in their face does it need to get for people to wake up and say, something not right here, something not right here? And then I'll just say to people, I mean, I'll talk to anybody, and I start with an opening of, well, my way in just now was Partygate, right? And I says, you know, what do you think of that? You know, like, oh, it's terrible. And I couldn't say goodbye to, you know, like, and it's terrible that they're going to get their loved ones. That's the cruelest thing. That's cruel. They should all be rounded up. I'm waiting their arrests. I couldn't, you know, say goodbye. And I said, you don't think it's odd that when this is what I'm saying to this, and this is how I'm getting into people's blinking minds. I said, you not think it's a bit, you know, like say, sus, that the scariest thing, since scariest things began, had everybody locked down, and oh, you know, the key workers, oh, they were all great, and they're all having parties. I says, and the most thing is, I says, Queenie and all the world leaders are all there, kind of like having their parties. I says, and then when the camera pans, who's masked up? The wee person serving. So it's an us and them. I says, and it's the worst thing since worst, you know, the scariest flu since scary flu began. I says, you don't think that's a bit sus? And then they start thinking, gosh, you've got a point there. I never thought about it like that. And I thought, no, I know. And then you get in with you know, some people are on their fourth. I says, how many are you going to take? I says, people are taking them and then getting it. They're getting the very thing that they're supposed to be jabbed for. And I said, oh no, but it's mild. I says, it was mild in the first place. I says, do the research. When you do the research, and you gave them all the places to go and do the research, but they're lazy and they'll not do it. They're wanting you to do their research for them. I says, I can't do your research for you, because if I take you and give you all those researches and all those sources, you'll not take it in. But if you've spent a bit of time actually going and getting the resources yourself, you'll take it in better, because you'll be like, oh, okay, have to, it's taking time out your day for sitting in the garden, you know. That's the way I'm getting into the blinking minds. And it's hard. It is hard. Some of them are so closed off, it's unbelievable. Oh, thanks very much. This is definitely your call. I feel it is as well. I feel it is as well. Because I had said, like I said to my Heavenly Father, and, like I said, the psychic realm and everybody that was helping me psychically and spiritually, I said, listen, I want to do this, but I can't do it. Like I said, you need to clear the way. Because I was a support worker at the time. And all of a sudden, I lost my job, and I thought, wow, you know. And I thought, right, I'm going to do this. But I've still got my wee clientele that need me, they need my help. But I always stipulate that, I can't tell you, Spirit can tell you, but if it's something wrong with you, that it's something medical, you need to seek medical advice. And that's on you then, because obviously I can't offer medical advice. I can, guide, say, like, okay, this is from Spirit, this is coming down from Spirit. But now we've got the problem where I don't even trust doctors. So I thought, if my wee clients are coming in, my wee that I've had for a while, and I'm like, if I don't trust doctors, how are they going to trust doctors? It's like a double-edged sword. Then some of my wee clients are like that. It's been, because I always say, if you've got a reading and wait at least 3 months, it's usually 6 I like, because if you come back and then you come back again, you'll get the same reading. You'll get the same reading because we've not left it long enough. So, and that's how I do it. Live in peace. Oh, thanks very much, Amanda. Yeah, he's locked away. Is that big fat? I'm trying to be nice and no swear, but I'm Scottish and Scots swear, but I'm trying to be nice as somebody who's in here that watches my other show. Oh no, that's him. Just engaged. Yeah, not married though. It was called off suddenly. Wow. That's when the trial was meant to happen. Right. Realised she was a he. I know what you're talking about, and I know when you're talking about it, when she was as he was walking, and my God, you could see you couldn't miss it. I couldn't miss it either. Boris is the head of the snake. Yep. I thought Boris was taken away. Mind when he had COVID, and he really, really didn't look well. Well, I've said it now. I mean, geez, oh man, I'll lose this channel before I've even began. Um, it was 2020, and he had the scary flu, and it was a case of I thought, he doesn't look well. And then he went away, and I think he went into hospital. When he came back, he looked like a different person. I says, oh well, don't know what happened there, but by goodness. That sounds like he gets off on these charges by dropping it. Could be. It could be like a deal that he does. A deal. You know, we've got you. If you do not do this, this is what's going to happen. And, you know, can you do a reading on Jacinda's father? Withdrawal. Right, so Jacinda's father. Okay, I'll have a wee look. All right, oh my goodness. Do you know, see when I was writing that, I got, you know, I never read that wrong, but children under the house. Well, was the one that I was going to do left. Oh, the damage. Right, so I'll finish with that. I'll read a couple more and then I'll finish with the damage that these. Will there be a cure? Hi, Steffi. Light winds, yep. Right. So we'll do the one about the damage done by these, right? Will there be right? Let's see. Damage and how am I going to work this? Damage and will there be an antidote? Maybe to say that. Oh, fuck, that flew out. There we go. There. There. They're looking into it. I don't know if you can see that. See, I'm hearing something about a double-edged sword. Well, do you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing the place where they make it going up in flames. It might not be actual going up in flames, or it could, but I mean the first dominoes and that's falling, and it's just going to keep going. Um, I can't think of that's quite offensive. Right? She's got somebody's head in the plate, right? They're coming for them. Heads will roll. Heads are going to start rolling. This is the answer the question. The heads are going to start rolling. They're working on it. They're working on one. I'm getting that they knew how bad they were, right? So they started. They've got the Here I go with the verses, right? I'm in the lab, right, and they're working on. They've got the ingredients of these, and they're working. It's like cells. It's like blood. It's like, and they're trying to see what will attack that. That's what I'm saying. They'll see. They've not quite got one yet, but they're working on it, and it's to see how they're going to sell that. This is what I'm saying. I'm talking to my guide, because I mean, if people have taken that, right, and they've got like some sort of medication, something that'll counter that, like that they're working on. But to me, the problem would be how do because if people are going to kind of wake up and say no more, never again, and then you go and you say to them, listen, we've got something that you need to take to get rid of that. I'm seeing blood transfusions. I'm trying to remote view here. Definitely in the lab. You would think in the lab white coats, they've not got white coats on, right? But they're in the lab, right? But it's like military, right? And they're trying. They've got the ingredients, but it's as if this is terrible, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but they're taking like something from the dead that have died with these to see how they're going to counter it. That's what I'm getting, to see how they're going to counter it. They're not quite there yet, and they're aware as well how they're going to sell this to the public. Because that's going to, I mean, to me, just my logical head on, even if I had taken, and I had woke up, I had realised what I had put, like being coerced into taking was bad for me. And then, like say, people who are looking after you now come and say, take this. You're not going to, I mean, I would take it, I'd be like, no, I've had enough, no more. And they're trying to discover how they're going to get around that. So they're not quite there yet, but they're working on it. Yep, they're working on it. So we'll take a couple more. I'll read a couple more. And then I'll get going. Yeah, Gail, I think I had said, I think they're trying to get, for ages I didn't get her away, right? And I had said that I don't get her away. I do now. Especially when they've cancelled all our garden parties now. So I would say any time from now until any time from now. Because I don't get, I mean, I always say that, like say, I know other people who have said that I didn't get her as away. I do now. And it was only the last couple of days that I've got her as being away. And the logical side of me, not the psychic side of me, the logical side of me thinks that they're preparing the public, those who actually like them. Me, I'm not a royalist, but those, and that's the way that they're kind of, thinging, the way that they're kind of preparing the public, especially when they were kind of putting the feelers out about Camilla, So I would say any time from now until maybe the autumn, I think London Bridge is going to fall. I really do. How do we contact you for donations to support you? Oh, that's lovely, Maurice. Let me think about it, okay? Let me think about it. But don't feel that that's what this is about, okay? But that's lovely. That's lovely. Yeah, Amanda. Karen, is Johnny and Amber saying the truth? I feel Johnny is. I feel I've been watching the trial, right? I feel it's a show trial, but I feel Johnny was abused by her. Oh, I better not fucking say it. Oh, sorry, I knew that would slip out. That's because I'm triggered by that because my brother was abused by women, so it triggers me all the time. But I've been watching the trial, and it's when have you ever seen anybody eating sweets in a trial? Um, Amber's side are so unprofessional; they're not even prepared. Which, to me, I watching it, I'm saying, is this because remember when you know who slapped Chris on the Oscars, and I had done a reading, and it was to show up Hollywood. I get that this is the same, but I feel as if it's to show how much lies were told and just what goes on in Hollywood. But reading, I mean, I came into this at the start of the trial. I never got that I got that he was kind of, he drank a lot and he kind of did drug, but I didn't get him like abusive, like he would punch. I mean, I had in my mind I'd seen it, he would be punching walls, but she would be egging them on. She would be kind of thinging it. I've got that he is kind of he's did a deal. He was in the dark side and it nearly got him. It nearly got him, but he's came over, and this is to expose Hollywood and the kind of other side of the coin where it's not all, you know, faults on both sides as in a relationship. It's not all just the man versus the woman. Sometimes it is the woman versus the man. Do I think he'll get justice? I think he already has, because her reputation's trash. It's trashed. I don't think there's any way she can come back from this. Um, I don't even think that, it's the feeling I'm getting that when he took this out, it wasn't even to do with the money. It wasn't even to do with that. It was to do. He wanted his name cleared. But I'm getting that. I maybe do a wee reading on this actually. I'm getting that it's not for him, because he knows he's got his faults, and he takes them on board, and he says, "This is me. What you see is what you get." But it was for his children. He's clearing his name for his children, because he doesn't want that stigma of, oh yeah, your dad, oh yeah, I know your dad, and it's, he doesn't want that to kind of stop his children from going forward and doing what they need to do. Um, it's a case of, will he get his career back? I think the potential's there for him to get his career back, but will he want it? Will he? Like it's all the thing. One thing that came out of that, he now knows who who his real friends are, because all the hangers on are left. So I I watched her testimony, and I studied film, and I thought it's like a script. It's like she's saying, I need to go there. I'm not wanting to put words in the lassie's mouth. I don't know, I wasn't there, right? But something's not ringing true. And it's as if, like I say, I don't want to say it didn't happen because it's not my job. But if that happened to you, right, you would know every detail, you would know when, you would, like say, I mean, if you hear the tape, she was following him about, trying to continue the argument, and I thought, you're supposed to be frightened from him. There's something not quite right. So I maybe do a wee reading on it. I don't know what I could do a reading now because the case is going on. And I just feel that would be jumping in the bandwagon sort of thing, and I don't want. I want to, when the dust all settles, and then see what really went on. But do I believe her right now? No. There's too many. There's something with her testimony I wasn't buying, and I don't do that with women. But I just something it seems more believable, and Johnny was more believable. He could show injuries. She showed injuries, but there's something about the mega data as well that they didn't hand over. See, they didn't hand it over, so it's his team don't even know when these pictures were taken. So when they go to his side, go to do the cross, should be interesting. But at the end of the day, this is two people's lives that are getting played out in front of the world stage. Okay, he's suing her and she's suing him. And that to me, I think, is a case of, and this is what I'm getting, it's the downfall of Hollywood. That's what it is. It's the downfall of Hollywood. They're taking it down. And it's the people who have signed up to take it. It was a case of, well, okay, you're coming over to the thing, but you need to do something for us. You can't just come over and say, oh no, that's me. And I feel as if, because the Oscars was a big kind of deal. And this, I mean, everybody's gripped, everybody's talking about it. I get everything done. But do you know what it's like? It's like watching a film. That's what it's like. It's not like what gets to me at all. It's like watching a film. Because I keep waiting in the director going cut. Or action please, or quiet on set. Or, that's the kind of thing and I sort of, I mean, when have you ever seen anybody eating sweets in the courtroom? And her side aren't even prepared. Either that or we've been prepared for something, and she's went on the stand and said something entirely different. Now, if that's the case, then she's made like I say, them look like amateurs, and they've got to believe their client. Well, they've got to believe their client, but they've got to do something for their client. She's supposed to be paying them a lot of money. So, I'm like, what was the question again? Yep. Right now, until, like I say, the cross and everything, how she stands up to that, if it's, apparently it was, somebody had said that the testimony was like a kind of seen in Gone Girl, and I thought, I hope, I mean, if it has, and but when would they start? I don't, there's something I'm not buying in the testimony, there's something, I'll give them, the two of them the benefit of the doubt, and then I'll make up my own mind. And as I said, I'll maybe wait till after and do a reading then, because I feel as if I was doing it, then it would just be jumping on the bandwagon because everybody else is on the bandwagon. And I thought, it's not a case of Johnny and Amber, it's a case of his children are hearing all this. You know what I mean? And I thought, there's people, actual people in there. I mean, okay, there might be celebrities and everything, but they're people. But I still think it's the takedown of Hollywood. I still get that. In fact, I maybe do a reading and see on Hollywood, because I don't think I've done one actually on Hollywood yet. So that might be a good idea to start. Maybe do one in Hollywood and then see what happens from then, you know. So what's the next? Yeah, Karen, I worked in aged care and the elderly are suffering mentally and physically and yes, passing away. Yeah, I was a support worker in 2020, 2021, and then March 2021, I get made redundant. But it was getting too much for me. It really was. And you can see them, they're not so bad now because some of them are still, I still go over and see and make sure they're all right because I just can't walk away from people. I'm not that type of person that could just walk away and leave them. Um, but you could see them deteriorating, you know. And I'm like, right, come on, let's, get out baby steps, let's go. Because they were frightened. I'm like, come on, we can only go down the block. If you go down the block and then go a wee bit further and a wee bit further to get them out, you know. People have got a lot, these people have got a lot to answer for. And as I said, if they turn around and say, oh, they're all over the place, that'll no satisfy me. It really won't. I'll be angry if they come and say, oh, because I'll think, are they? Are they really? You know? And we are so glad to have found you. Oh, thank you. The fear the fear of death has been created and definitely used to the advantage of this agenda. I have had near death experience. It is bliss. I know. See, once you don't fear it, then you're like you can live your life. Then you know we've got a saying in Scotland, and it's life's for living, for you're a long time deed. So that's my motto. Life's for living, for you're a long time deed. Yep, laughter is the best. So, yes, I think it's Manny. Hi, Manny. Good morning, Karen. I'm wondering, will the smart cities in Australia happen? It seems that the infrastructure is being put in place. Right, okay, smart cities in Australia. Right, seems to be put in place. They're trying to pass. Right. Right, I've marked it down and I'll put it as urgent, right? Okay. This is a big word, right? Now they'll be lazy. Lockie, is it Samson? I'm the eternal apocalyptimist. I think that's what it is. Inappropriate laughter is great. Yep. Yep, joy. I have I am annoyed that taxpayers' dollars have been used to buy the jab. I reckon everyone not taking it should be reimbursed. Yep. Another thing when I don't in it, some if you worked in you like say the care industry for the scariest things and scary things began. What I had was a paper blinking mask, a pair of latex gloves, and a flimsy nylon apron. But I mean, I thought, are you kidding me? And then it was, oh no, you need to wear your mask when you're out walking about the complex. Did they? No, no. I didn't wear my mask on the bus or anything. You know, she waits. This time tyrant waits to. We're coming out of lockdown the first time, and then in the July. Now, this is how ludicrous it was. We got to the Thursday, no mask. So the scary flu was fine. It wasn't coming near you, it wasn't coming after you. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, Friday, the Friday, one Friday in July. Oh no, oh, you need to wear it now. You need to put it on. What? And then it was like, say, she was locking down, or you had to, like, say, I think it was the pubs and that, like, say, dancing, whatever it was. Or you to be out there and home by 10 o'clock. Because a minute past now, come on now, a minute past, the scary flu was coming out to get you. Wow. And then the most sinister thing was, oh, you need to leave all your windows opened midwinter. Oh, why would that be, I wonder, eh? Could that be possibly because the symptoms could be mistaken? The symptoms you get for pneumonia, because that's what you would have had, because, I mean, it's dead of winter, was being passed off as the scary flu. Hmm? See, this is the way my mind works. This is the way it works. And then another thing that nearly floored me, I mean, I nearly had to pick myself up off the floor, was it was symptomatic, where you didn't have any symptoms. And people were buying into that. There's no such thing. You go, I mean, how would you know you've got it? You'd need to have symptoms. You'd need to. Honestly, and then you've got throat cancers on the, and mouth cancers on the up. That might be taking the tests. So I'm looking to see when the one, like the kind of nasal cancers or something happened in the nasal, and the wee ones are getting hepatitis. I says, no wonder they're wanting to hang me another one. This is so that they can hide all the adverse reactions. Wow. So I'll leave you with what I had seen in it when I remote viewed was they're trying to make it. Like I said, they've got the ingredients all there. They're ready. They're just about to go, but it's how to sell it to the public, because they've been hammered, and they don't think that I mean, they would do, you know. When you found out that you've put things in your body and coerced into taking them, and then, like say, what's going to help you might be coming in the form of medication. I mean, I would be like, no, you can keep it. You can keep it. I'll just take my chances. That's the kind of thing I would do, you know. Delene. When I was a kid, my brother would thump me. I would laugh. The more he thumped me, the more I laughed. Laughter is the best medicine, exactly. Really tired, Karen, need to go to sleep. Always drained these days. We'll catch up in the morning. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just about to go as well, because it's like 1:30 here. But what you're saying, Sue? I had a dream a couple of nights ago that there was a beautiful symphony playing. Someone said, "Go on, play." I had to go, and I realised we were all helping contribute to the harmony. Yep, that's a lovely dream. Yep. Do you know, there's something going on with the animals as well. I'll maybe get into that the next time, where it's as if the animals have like say we've been up to, was it three dimensions to four, and then obviously reaching the fifth. It's as if they've elevated as well. It's as if, like they can communicate. Like say, it's hard to explain, but it's as if they know what you're saying. Um, it's I don't know how to explain it, but it's quite, like say I have to step out the door and there's birds and everything, and I think You know, and then I used to be frightened of birds, and I'm not now. I'm not now, you know. I think it was the flapping of their wings, you know. Hi, Anne. Hi, Karen. Lovely to see you. All right, Matt, you want to know what's going to happen with silver? I'll mark that down too. Right, silver. What's going to happen? I prefer, well, I know that what you're talking about with silver, but I love silver jewellery. I wear a lot of silver. Yep, Jillian. Yeah, funny mass stories are burrowed over guy on a motorbike. Full facial visor helmet with a mask on outside alone, riding a motorbike. Flip's sake, you can't fix stupid. Exactly, I know. I always say, but they're lacking intelligence to make up for stupidity. Right. eBay, and it's EB. I have been doing a radio show and I drop seeds as much as I can. I mentioned Partygate and that exact thing last night. Listen, you can come on my chit chat show, you know, if you want. I usually have a guest on a Friday in my chit chat show. It's on at 7 o'clock, right enough. My time, maybe in the middle of the night or something. Clear what you're saying. Are you able to read in three waters changes government, like the three water change government planning? It's changes. Government planning. Right. I'll have a wee look. I'll have a wee look into that as well. Yeah, Partygate worked in the UK. It's stuff like that. Often people relate to more than. They don't want the facts and figures. They want, like say, this is what they were doing while we were locked down. This is what they were doing while I couldn't say goodbye to my loved ones. So that's what we need. I'll have to wait for till September for next reading. Yeah, humour really does help. That video must have millions of views by now. Yes, yep. AB is classic gold New Zealand 50s now music. Good. Karen, you're gold because you're real. Oh, thanks very much. Thanks very much. Hey, Karen, what should I do about my brother? Amanda, if you want to email me, the third at gmail.com, because I feel that might be a wee bit private, right? So, obviously, I'm aware this is a public, we're on public, and, we'll keep it kind of, just email me and I'll see, okay? Yep, Linda. So much bribery and corruption going on here in New Zealand. Do you know that children are winning prizes, i.e. for being bribed? Oh, jeez, oh, see these people? Oh, God. The only kind of thing I've got is that they've all get done. They'll get their karma. I just hope I'm around to see it because I don't want them to slowly, oh no, we've given them that because I wouldn't believe them then. I laugh at the most inappropriate things, but tragedy is close to comedy. Yep, I know. Oh, in the name of goodness. Oh, geez, oh, this just angers me because I used to work with children. Clinics set up for under 12s to get their jabs. Clown faces, clowns, face painting, the wheel with prizes like earbobs and mobile. If you have to bribe children to get a jab, then why? Why? Oh, she's back. She's wanting her dinner. She's wanting her. She gets wee biscuits before she goes to her bed like a baby. And this is what she's in for. Vicky, Karen, can you check out now or sometime later why the gangs in New Zealand are growing in power? Why the extreme leniency? Gangs, right? Gangs as well. Right, I'll have a wee look into that too. I At least two other high-profile couples with the same narcissistic qualities. Yes, he said he was doing it for his kids. Dior stood by him, definitely showed him who his real friend. Yeah, yeah. He's an actor. I wasn't really in my radar. I mean, I've seen some of his films, but it wasn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. He is quite a good actor, but it wasn't in my radar. Hollywood, yeah. Two minutes left. Oh, here comes the tail. Right, I'm coming, darling. Right, right. So I'll go. What I'll do. See this tail. What I'll do is I'll put up in plenty of time this time. About going like because now I know that I can preset it. See, I'm learning. See, me and technology, it takes me ages to find out what I'm doing with things. Right, so if I do that and I'll put it so that you know it's 11 o'clock on a Friday, right? I need to get up here. See, now you can see the wee back. Right, so see next week, Friday. I'll let you know. I'm going to try and do a reading on Sunday. I don't know what it'll be yet. Well, I get attacked by a tail. So I don't know what it'll be yet. I've got quite a lot to see. See, I've got to kind of meditate and see what comes through, with the readings, and I'll go. So I want you to thank you all for coming in because obviously I can't do the show without you. So I hope it's answered some of your questions and kind of allayed some of your fears. Um, all I can say is just try and live your life and don't try not to get too fearful because that's what they feed off of, fear. Um, and it's a case of just do what you can, do what you like doing. If you're in restrictions, do something that don't go out and get yourself arrested, but do something that'll be. I'm not putting up with this, Can I even if it's in your house, I'm not putting up with this. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to have fun, and you lot can go and get stuffed, you know. I feel karma's on its karma. Car, I'll say the same thing again. Karma is on its way for these people. I feel for it. New Zealand and parts of Australia, the first domino has fallen. So it's how it's together, the momentum now. Yep, the light is coming back into New Zealand, so that's good. because I thought, man, I can't even see any light. And then I seen a wee tiny bit of light, and I says, right, I can get in there and kind of get some kind of hope, because I feel as what I felt it was energy with New Zealand was the hope was almost gone, and I says, we can't. You've got to have hope, you know. And then, like say, if something doesn't happen, you find another way. Because I mean, that's what I was getting told, Okay, it might not happen the way that you want it to happen, but find another way. Because there always will be. There always will be another way, So, anyway, have a lovely weekend. So, I'm going out. I'm going out to my pals for lunch tomorrow. I've got a couple of wee readings to do tomorrow, so look forward to them. Because it's I love meeting people. So this is right up my alley doing this, because I love. I'm quite empathic, which zaps my energy as well. So I've got a couple of wee readings to do tomorrow, and then Sunday I'm going to record some readings for New Zealand, and I'm going to look into Australia as well, because I feel as if there's something coming for Australia. So I want to make sure that you are forewarned if it's kind of something that you should be warned about and kind of looking out for. No, so much, because what's it, forewarned is forearmed or something. So I've got to say, this is me. It's now nearly, this is the same time as it was just last week. I just can't get off. I mean, I'm like, bye. I'm about 3/4 an hour ago. I really will go this time. So thanks for coming in and spending time, and thanks for all your kind of questions. So hopefully we've got some answers. And I'm trying to kind of, as I said, get a wee community going where you can all, like say, be in a community, because I think that's what is needed as well. It's if I am not alone and I've got other people here, so that if somebody's down, we can pick them up, energy, energetically. Okay, so I really will go this time. Right. So I'll see you next week, and you can catch up with me because I'll be posting updates. All right. See you soon. Bye for now.